African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 27th of December, 2024. From December 21st to 27th this year, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out a massive 37 group strikes with high-precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles, which resulted in the destruction of energy facilities that ensured the operation of enterprises of the military-industrial complex of Ukraine, the infrastructure of military airfields, ammunition depots, fuel bases, production workshops, storage sites, preparation sites for the launch of unmanned aerial vehicles, and training centers for drone operators. Additionally, temporary deployment points of units of the armed forces of Ukraine, nationalist formations, and foreign mercenaries were hit. Units of the North Group of Forces continued to destroy formations of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Kursk region. Airstrikes, unmanned aerial vehicles, and artillery fire damaged the manpower and equipment of 6 mechanized, assault, 3 airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces, a Marine brigade, and 4 territorial defense brigades. In the Kharkiv direction, units of the mechanized and motorized infantry brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces were defeated, and 2 territorial defense brigades. Over the course of a week, in the area of responsibility of the North Group of Forces, the enemy lost over 2,450 servicemen and 11 tanks, including US-made Abrams and Leopard made in Germany, 13 infantry fighting vehicles, including Marder made in Germany, CV-90 made in Sweden, and 5 US-made Bradleys, 13 armored personnel carriers, including 2 US-made M113S and a Stryker, and 44 other combat armored vehicles. 69 cars, 25 field artillery guns, and 9 EW stations were destroyed. The active actions of units of the West Group of Forces liberated the settlements of Lozovaya, Zagrozovo in the Kharkiv region, and Ivanovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The manpower and equipment of 4 mechanized, assault, airmobile, and airborne brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces were damaged in 2 territorial defense brigades. 25 counterattacks by assault groups of the Ukrainian armed forces were repelled. The enemy lost more than 3,080 servicemen, 3 tanks, including a Leopard made in Germany, 3 armored personnel carriers, including 2 M113S made in the USA, 38 vehicles, and 53 field artillery pieces, including 24 Western production, 8 electronic warfare stations, and 4 field ammunition depot. As a result of decisive actions by units of the Southern Group of Troops, the settlements of Gigant and Ostrovsky of the Donetsk People's Republic were liberated. For mechanized, motorized infantry, mountain assault, 2 assault, and 2 airmobile brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces were defeated, and 2 territorial defense brigades. Over the course of a week, the Ukrainian armed forces lost over 1,970 servicemen, 3 armored personnel carriers, including a British-made Spartan and a US-made M113, 3 armored combat vehicles, 13 automobiles, 22 field artillery guns, including 7 American production, as well as 8 ammunition depots. Units of the Center Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense and liberated the settlements of Krasno and Novi Trud of the Donetsk People's Republic. They defeated units of 7 mechanized, 2 motorized infantry, and assault, infantry, 2 Ranger brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 2 brigades of Marines, 2 territorial defense brigades, 2 brigades of the National Guard, and an assault brigade of the National Police of Ukraine. Repulsed 76 enemy counterattacks. The losses of the Ukrainian armed formations amounted to over 3,815 servicemen, 6 tanks, including a Leopard made in Germany, 6 infantry fighting vehicles, 7 armored personnel carriers, including an M1117 and 4 M113 made in the USA, 11 other armored combat vehicles, including 5 Western-made. 42 vehicles and 26 field artillery guns were destroyed. Units of the East Military Group, as a result of active actions, liberated the settlement of Storozivo in the Donetsk People's Republic. They defeated the formations of the motorized infantry, 3 mechanized brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 2 territorial defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade. They repelled 6 counterattacks of the assault groups of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The enemy lost up to 1,140 servicemen, 16 vehicles, 22 field artillery guns, including 4 self-propelled artillery units and 155 mm howitzers produced by NATO countries. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces have improved their position along the forward edge, inflicted damage on the manpower and equipment of the mechanized, infantry, mountain assault, and airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and 3 territorial defense brigades. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 455 servicemen, 22 vehicles, and 16 field artillery guns. 8 electronic warfare stations and 3 field ammunition depots were destroyed. Over the course of a week, 51 Ukrainian servicemen were captured on the combat contact line. Air defense systems shot down 4 British-made Storm Shadow air-launched cruise missiles, a Neptune long-range guided missile, 2 French-made Hammer guided air bombs, 31 US-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, and 496 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 650 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 38,648 unmanned aerial vehicles, 590 anti-aircraft missile systems, 20,057 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,504 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 20,043 field artillery pieces and mortars, 29,584 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.